6 out of 7. And Daniel Vogelbach, the all-star first baseman, had a run-scoring single. Tommy Milone, another solid outing of 5 innings. He ran into trouble in the 7th, but he's got a 3.5 ERA, and that's as good as you can get for somebody who still may be on your waiver wire. So if Tommy Milone is still out there, pick him up. If Arnie is still out there, pick him up. He's not. He's in the chat room. You missed him. You could have picked up Arnie for free. And I believe Arnie follows us today. No, I don't know what today is. I think Arnie's on today. Today's what, Friday? Arnie, are you on today? Andy, I can't see the schedule. So I need that. Yankees in Tampa. Tampa is really done. They had 15 games against the Yankees and Baltimore. If they don't beat the Yankees and they don't clean up against Baltimore, they're done. Gleyber Torres, by the way, the 2-time All-Star, Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio, the only Yankees to make multiple All-Star teams before turning 23. And DJ LeMahieu, the MVP this year in the American League, a tie-breaking 2-run single. Sanchez hit a long, every ball he hits has not come down. But Aroldis Chapman blew the save. All right? But they still came back to beat Tampa. Encarnacion is 25th homer for the Yankees. They're 15-2 and have a season-high 7.5 game lead over Tampa. Tampa led the division through June 14th, and they're 2-8 against the Yankees. DJ LeMahieu, 9 for 11, 20 RBIs with the bases loaded. I mean, give me a freaking break. Gary Sanchez is 24th homer, and they're talking 461 feet to the second depth. But disturbing, it was Chapman's third blown save in 26 outings. That the first runs Tampa has scored in 20 appearances off Chapman. 1 inning, 3 runs. Okay? J.A. Happ gave up a run and 3 hits over 5 1/3. Not good enough. Severino, who's been sidelined since spring training with a right shoulder inflammation, and then he had a lat strain, and but they still expect him to be back. Don't hold your breath. Giancarlo Stanton is making progress. What kind of progress? Range of motion exercises. Give me a break. Kevin Kiermaier, sore left wrist, was out for the second straight game. Matt Duffy with a left hamstring, playing in rehab. Brandon Lowe, as I mentioned, went on the 10-day injured list, replaced by Gleyber Torres. How does Gleyber Torres not make the All-Star team to start with? Cleveland and Kansas City, the Indians have won 19 out of 28. And Fangraphs says their chances now of making the playoffs are over 50%. And here's why. 20 of their 74 second half games are against Kansas City and Detroit. So watch out for Cleveland. If you're a betting man, bet that Cleveland makes it into the playoffs. 20 of their 74 second half games are against Kansas City and Detroit. Okay? Francisco Lindor drove in go-ahead runs during a 6-run 7th inning. Jose Ramirez hit 2 homers. Anybody have any confidence that this is the start of a new Aquarius? Jose Ramirez. Anybody have any confidence that the 2 home runs will change his season? First-round pick. Tyler Naquin, Jason Kipnis. They also drove in runs. And the red-hot Indians, Kansas City has lost 4 straight, 7 out of 8. Red-hot Indians, I'll tell you that. Adam Simber. If you need innings, you don't want to go with a crappy starter, 2 1/3 innings of relief. Adam Simber, who pitched last year in the National League, good pitcher. Okay? Zach Plesac, ineffective. 3 runs, 3 hits in 2 2/3. But Adam Simber, it's always a good strategy, maybe to take a relief pitcher, maybe you take 2 of them, and they collectively will equal 1 good starter, as opposed to taking a crappy starter. The Indians have had 5 sweeps in their last 3 games this season. 5 sweeps of at least 3 games this year. So 21 runs, 33 hits this series against Kansas City. And the Royals have led in 60 of 88 games, but have blown 30 of them. So give me a break. Okay, Sal Perez, by the way, making progress in his recovery from Tommy John, but don't expect him. Okay, and anybody think that Solar was snubbed? Should have been in the home run derby. He had 23 home runs. Are you kidding me? And he's not in the home run derby? Big mistake. I don't like Santana in the home run derby. His strength is on-base percentage, drawing walks. He's not a home run hitter. I mean, come on. He may have home runs, but give me Solar. Give me those guys who we all want to see put on a show. Now, many of the scouts who saw Dylan Cease last year said he was the best pitcher they saw in the minor leagues. Potential to be a number 1 pitcher, so keep that in mind. Matthew Boyd struck out 16, and he did not walk anyone. No walks. No walks. Since 1893, the third Tiger pitcher to strike out at least 13 with no walks in a game. Mickey Lolich did it twice, and Justin Verlander. He was so dominant that his price went up. Nico Goodrum hit a 2-run homer, so that's nice for Nico. Miggy, a 454-foot solo home run. That's nice for him. Eloy Jimenez for Jose Quintana, 436-foot home run. He had 3 RBIs. Ronaldo Lopez retired the first 9 Tiger batters, but allowed 9 hits, 6 earned runs, and then Goodrum hit a shot that chased him. Lopez was 7-10 last year with a 3.9, but this year he's up to 6.3. Not good, okay? Jacoby Jones put on the injured list with a lower back strain, and that's not good either, okay? So, and Yolmer Sanchez left the game. Who knows? Tim Anderson played catch on Thursday. No timetable. Marcus Semien hit a grand slam as Minnesota and the A's went at it. Chris Herman had a career-high 4 hits. A's beat Minnesota 7-2. 7-2, Semien. Bingo. First, here's the pitch by Mike Marin. There's a drive to left field. It's over the wall for his 13th homer of the year. His 4th career grand slam. He matched his career high with 5 RBIs. That's right. Semien, very undervalued. Andrea, you listening? She doesn't like him. Wei Ching, there you go. Jose Berrios, 3 runs, 6 hits. In 5 innings, struck out only 2, 3 walks. He lost his 2nd straight start and his 3rd straight decision. He has no wins against the A's in 4 career starts. But he did make the All-Star team. He was added to replace Jake Odorizzi. And there you go. The A's have an 8-game winning streak on July 4th. Big freaking deal. Marwin Gonzalez missed his 2nd game. Late scratch Wednesday with a bruised right big toe, so scratched again. Chad Pinder turned an ankle on Wednesday, stepped on some screen while he was taking ground balls, so he was out too. Nick Hundley, back surgery, is going to travel to Arizona to get some rehab. And Jesus Luzardo came out of his start in AAA, if you didn't see it, last week after 4 innings. The MRI revealed a grade 2 lat strain. So he was very close to be called up to the majors, but this lat strain is not good. Red Sox in Toronto, Marco Hernandez, whoever he is, hit a tie-breaking home run in the 9th as Boston beat Toronto 8-7. They've won 13 times in 16 games. Holy mackerel. And Brian Giles pitching for the 3rd straight game. That's the first time he's done. You think they're showcasing him? He missed 10 games last month because of his sore elbow. Now he pitches 3 games in a row. You think there's any chance he's not going to be traded? Michael Chavez hit a 3-run homer. Rafael Devers added a solo homer. Red Sox extended their streak of games with at least 1 home run to 8. Now they got 8 in a row. Boston won its sixth straight on the 4th. What? Who cares about the 4th of July? Why do I put this in my notes? I don't get it. Who cares? J.D. Martinez had 3 hits. Devers reached base 4 times. Brandon Workman pitched the final 2, got the win, despite the fact that he gave up the tying run in the 8th. And Danny Jansen homered twice. First multi-home run game of his career. Freddie Galvis had a 2-run shot. Boston allowed 29 runs over 2 games against the Yankees last week in London. They scored 17 on their own, and they're still in shock. Devers homered off of, got his 3rd homer of the series, 15th of the year. Rowdy Tellez had a 2-run single, so he's sitting there, and that's how it goes. Stroman day to day, but we don't know if he's going to pitch before the break. Teoscar Hernandez returned to the lineup. Dalton Pompey started in center field for the Gulf Coast League Blue Jays on Thursday. Whatever happened to him? All 8 of Jansen's home runs this season have traveled 400 feet. So when he hits them, he hits them. That's for sure. The Angels in Texas, Lance Lynn worked 7 innings, matching his career major league lead with his 11th win. And Roughneck Odor homered twice to drive in 5 runs. Texas snapped a 4-game losing streak. Mike Trout, big deal, hit another impressive home run, 25th. If Mike Trout walked down the street in your neighborhood, would you recognize him? That's my question of the day. Would you recognize Mike Trout if he was walking down the street? Odor hit a 2-run homer in the 4th. That snapped his streak of 4 consecutive strikeouts and 7 strikeouts in his previous 8 at-bats. You can never trust him. Vladimir Guerrero had 9 homers for the Angels in 2001. And unfortunately, Tommy La Stella, he'll go to the All-Star game, but he won't play. Same thing with Hunter Pence. And Justin Upton didn't play. He left Wednesday night's game with a left quad tightness, and that takes care of that. And that takes care of me. Now, who's coming up next? Andy, could you tell me? Today's what? Today's Friday. I can't get Friday. Nobody. All right. That's better than somebody sometimes, okay? Anyway, got to say to you very much a sincere thank you to you all for sincere thanks to all of you who are here in the chat room. You got Beach Bum and Beerman and Cam and Dirty Eck and Donkey Okie and Danny and Leonard Donaldson. I hope to see you in Toledo or Chicago or wherever. Got to see Leonard Donaldson. Malpal, we're coming out to San Diego at some point. Methical, thanks a lot, kiddo, for showing up. Patrick is here. Unholy Toledo, Zelmo, White Sox Al. Thanks to you all. Something's happening here. Stay tuned. Lenny Melnick right here. Don't forget, if you're new, sign up. It's free. And the lady and the legend will give you their phone number if you have any fantasy baseball questions. Thanks, everybody.